Okay, so let's talk games. A lot of people, sorry,
And we're done.
a lot of people are really underwhelmed with the launch titles for this right now. So, the ones that we got to see at the presentation was Breath of the Wild, obviously. Most exciting title, hands down, not even a thing.
I was actually really happy that the trailer included a lot more than what we've seen before. Like, it was pretty...
That final trailer may have been...
Like,
they have
story to
voice
that game.
actors?
Yeah.
That was
Right?
different.
That may have
blew my
been...
mind.
Yeah.
Is Link going to talk? I don't know.
No, that
It's
was
so,
seriously
like-
the
He always
most
talks.
impressive trailer for that game so far. It was ridiculous.
As unimpressed or like as skeptical I am of the console itself, I am really excited about like playing Zelda.
Yeah.
Like Zelda
That
looks
trailer was
awesome.
amazing. Like,
It
the
was-
second it ended, I like messaged every single person I know, and I was like, "Yo, did you see that
It looks
trailer
really
for
good.
Zelda? It looks incredible."
I'm sorry, Justin. This is talking about games, but like the lead up to that Zelda like trailer or whatever, when they were like, "Hey, Moto, what do you think about this game?" And he's
That
like,
was the fucking worst.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, "Oh, director of Zelda, what do you think?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know."
When is it
And
gonna be released?
and they're
I don't know. I don't
Let's
know. I
talk
don't
to
know.
this guy, and the guy's like, "Okay, but before we talk about that, let me talk about all these things."
Yeah, no,
It's
that
gonna
was,
include-
they have no idea how to
on.
build hype. That was horrible.
That was really bad.
Yeah.
But the trailer was good.
No, the trailer was awesome. But so the rest of the launch titles that we're going to see, Breath of the Wild, 1-2 Switch, which if we can just, like, we all know that needs to be a packing title. It needs to be a packing title.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like, to charge
is-
$50 for that's saying that experience is almost the same value as what Breath of the Wild is going to give you. Are you out of your fucking mind, Nintendo?
This is
Are you
not-
out of
Grow
your
up,
fucking
Nintendo.
mind?
And this is
Grow
not Wii Sports because there is
Right.
some value
Wii
to
Sports
that.
was fun
Wii
as
Sports
fuck.
was fun.
I love
Well, see,
that.
Wii Sports was very necessary because that was the buy-in. That's how they sold 100 million units because
Yes.
they got it into people's hands and they're like, "Wow, I immediately understand how this device works." You know what I mean?
and like
And
that,
then everybody from your 5-year-old cousin to your 80-year-old grandma was like, "I can handle this," and like this, like, and had that experience and understanding.
Totally.
and
of
that's
the Wii
clearly
immediately.
that's clearly what 1-2
We
Switch
can play it together.
That's clearly what 1-2 Switch is sort of like. It's like a big tech demo.
It's intended to be that
yeah.
game.
So,
It
like,
has to be.
It's just Wii Sports.
It clearly can't support itself.
yeah. It's
I
just
don't know.
it's just weird. Like that needs to be
Pack it
I'm
up.
trying to think
Pack it
of
in.
why they made it separate besides greed.
because they're trying to make their
Honestly,
money
cannot
back.
think of
Because I'll
anything
tell you what,
I
they're
think
greed.
can't-
they're looking at that title as like the people who are picking up the console day one want to leave with any game. I don't think they give a shit what game they're leaving because they're gonna get Zelda and they're gonna be like, "Oh, I want to bring something else home with me," so they get this fucking 1-2 Switch bullshit because apparently it's supposed to be something interesting.
Yeah, but are they? Is
for
anybody?
$50?
Are any of us gonna get the 1-2 Switch?
I was going to.
I have
I
have a skeptical interest, but literally only for the sake of reviewing because I know Nintendo's not going to send us a goddamn thing.
The only thing I think of is like they put it out there so kind of stupid parents like, oh, I want to, I want to buy a
Also,
game.
Yes, yeah.
Precisely.
Right.
But
That's
during
what I mean. That's the add-on.
during the hot March holiday season, like
yeah, March is a very weird time.
You could
for-
pick.
I
If you
think
could pick
they.
one game on the launch title, on
Right.
the list of launch titles, you're not getting the 1-2
I
Switch.
wanted to. So I picked up. So we have a bunch of reviews here. We have a bunch of pre-orders here at the Zero Review, and one of those pre-orders I was going to give as a gift to a friend of ours that's been helping us with the website.
Sure.
He has two daughters, right? And I wanted to, I don't think they've been introduced to like video games. I wanted them to get like an intro to video games, kind of like game. And I thought 1-2 Switch was going to be the game, right? Because it's unassuming.
Because you
it's
thought
not
it was
too-
going to be Wii Sports.
Right. I thought it was going to be kind of like fun, especially for
Sure.
kids who are.
No, a
Yeah.
party style game.
But
Absolutely.
yeah, exactly. And then when we actually just watched it too. It was like this 5-minute trailer of a few of the games, and I can imagine each of those games, people being like, they'll like click on one and then they'll try it, or like this, whatever. After the first once or twice playing it, you won't want to
Exactly.
touch that
Like
ever again.
I
It's
can't
super
imagine.
boring.
Yeah.
And the thing is none of them are interesting enough to have the sort of sticking power like a WarioWare game. You know what I mean?
No,
See,
exactly.
Like
WarioWare is
Wario
great.
Gears.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
they should have just done that and made mini games out of their out of the new functionality.
But this is
Yeah.
Nintendo we're talking about, so of
Yeah.
course they have to do something weird. So that's another one of the launch titles. Totally underwhelming there. Just Dance 2017. None of us care about that.
Just Dance, I will say I played Just Dance with my friend had like a Wii way back in like college or whatever,
Sure.
and when we were playing Just Dance, like that actually worked really well. I really like Just
Yeah,
Dance
oh,
actually.
it makes sense that it would
just
be
wanna
a
dance.
launch title for
So
this system. I
you
mean,
Just Dance fans here in this room, is this like Is this a new game that's releasing with the Switch, or is this game already out and they're just porting it over?
I believe it's a new thing.
I think it's
I'm not a fan, but
updated
I believe
music.
it's a new thing.
Yeah.
I want to clarify that I'm not a fan.
You'll be
think
dancing
it's a
to
new
new
thing.
Taylor Swift songs.
Yeah. So there's that.
T Swift, you know what
I
I'm
love
talking
it,
about?
yeah,
You do.
Yeah.
So there's that game, Skylanders, whatever. And then Super Bomberman R is the last game. So 5 games there. Super Bomberman R I'm actually really, really excited about. Like, I think that is, well, it has to fill the multiplayer void for when the system comes out, you know what I mean?
So when
And
we go
it's-
to PAX and we all have our Switches with us, we could play Bomberman together.
yeah,
Did we establish if there is a single player?
there has to be.
I mean, all the Bomberman games-
Has to be,
I'm
but-
sure
all the
there'll be
Bomberman
some
games-
sort of like arcade mode kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Well,
So,
all
I
the
mean,
Bomberman
yeah.
games. Sorry.
No.
Usually have.
All the Bomberman games that we had beforehand, like Bomberman 64 and Bomberman Heroes, those are
What
all
was the last Bomberman game that came out?
the one.
It's been a long time.
The best
Right?
one that I liked,
Like I just
Was
feel
on
like I couldn't remember. I was like, maybe
64.
that one came out and I super just don't remember it.
Bomberman
but-
64 was the coolest
It was-
game
yeah.
I
Yeah.
played
It was so
so
good.
much of,
Wasn't
and
there
there's
like
so
a-
many secrets in that
Wasn't there a
game.
gritty reboot where he was like
I'd
a
almost,
badass?
well, that was an original Xbox 360 game. It was a 360 launch title called Bomberman Zero, and it was horrible.
Was that the last Bomberman game?
No, I
though?
think the last. I would almost guarantee that there was one on 3DS at one point that nobody really paid attention to. But
Really?
I'm
think
just
I would.
I
assuming.
missed that IP. I'm excited for
I
it.
love Bomberman.
Yeah.
But
So I mean, that as a launch title seems cool. I think that's a totally serviceable multiplayer thing. I tend to lean on like the positive side of all this stuff, but I think it's kind of criminal
How
that
did I miss that title? Sorry, the next one.
snipper clips.
Yeah.
Snipper clips. A lot
the
of
hell's
people are.
snipper clips?
A lot
Cut
of
it out.
people are saying
Together.
No. A lot of people are saying that that's going to be a sleeper hit. It seems really, really cool.
What is it?
So it's a 2-player multiplayer game where you each play as a piece of paper or something, and you have to clip each other into certain shapes and then complete puzzles with one another. So like, let's say you need to reach a certain point. It's like you would cut each other into like a ladder or something and then climb the other one, and then you both have to sort of like walk simultaneously to like get to this
Oh, that's
thing.
kinda cool.
Do you
It's-
each
it's an
play
interest-
with a Joy-Con?
Yeah, so it's a sideways Joy-Con thing, which it seems like a really cool game. A lot of people are assuming it's going to be a sleeper hit, which I mean, I'm definitely.
it sounds like a
interested in
mini
it.
game.
Cut
Yeah.
it out.
I think it. So when it comes to launch titles,
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah, we all got it,
criminal
we just
that
didn't
stuff
have
like
it.
Mario Kart and Skyrim were not launch titles. We're talking ports of these
Yeah.
games. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? We're talking old ass games. A fucking 6-year-old game in the case of Skyrim, and it's not coming out until undisclosed
That's
2017.
unbelievable. That's
Yeah.
the worst offender.
It's crazy.
Skyrim.
Like,
Skyrim.
That's what I'm saying.
Skyrim.
I'll tell you, what, Mario Kart. I'm really, really excited.
I was about to ask if you were, and I knew you were.
So excited!
Well, I don't
I,
even know
I am
anything.
like the world's biggest Mario Kart fan. I fucking love Mario Kart.
It's a great game,
I
but
just
like,
you're getting like 95% the same game though.
yeah, why don't they
I'm,
just make
I'm
it
fine
9?
with that.
I'm
I'm
just
totally
saying,
cool.
it's
I
like-
would rather do that and unlock all the stuff again and pray that there's some sort of DLC or something, because Mario Kart 8 on Wii U had the best DLC of any game that had DLC ever.
What was the DLC?
It
But any game
it was-
ever DLC'd before.
It was 16 new tracks, and they were all amazing tracks that totally like changed
So-
the game.
and this is full price.
Yeah, it's a $60 game, but I'm
I mean,
excited about
own,
that.
I don't own Mario Kart 8, so maybe I'll get 8 Deluxe. and-
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I mean,
it's an
so
exceptional
many, so
title.
many
It's-
things. So many people didn't get the Wii U, and so many people didn't get a lot of games for the Wii U after they got it. So,
Well, I mean that's what I think they're
That's
doing
why I
with a
feel
lot
like-
of those
yeah.
titles. So
Yeah.
like Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon 2, while it's called Splatoon 2, it's been verified that that is a remake of the first game, just
No,
with a
it's
few
not.
added features.
Seriously?
Yeah, but they're just totally
That's
rebranding
such
it and calling
bullshit.
it Splatoon 2.
Wow.
Holy shit.
But honestly, like, so the thing is, the way Splatoon worked
Wow.
on
I
Wii
feel like
U,
that's a mistake because people will think that they will have need to play the first one, and you don't at all.
I guess
Yeah.
so. I mean, no,
I thought
the way
Splatoon
the
wasn't
way that
just-
the way that Splatoon worked on Wii U, like. There is no continuity to it. Like, there's a story mode, but the story mode's bullshit. Like, that's not why you're playing that game, right? And the multiplayer maps change out every week, so you only have access to certain maps certain days of the week, and it worked out great. So, like, every time you go into that game, it feels like you're playing a new game because the maps are
Right.
always different and changing, and the game modes are always changing and stuff, which is awesome. So I could understand why they would want to copy that model.
I mean, like
add
any
a few new
multiplayer
guns and
game,
stuff.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not
But they're not changing that much mechanics. I know they're adding new
the
stuff.
laziest thing I've ever heard.
They're adding like the ink Uzi gun, like double
They had a character.
guns. They
Yeah.
added characters at the
They had special abilities, right?
with jetpacks and stuff. But
it's like 2 new Uzis, and then I think they're adding a couple of new special weapons and things like that. But it's a trend. It's a trend now that's sort of what they're doing.
But there is a campaign to Splatoon.
Yeah.
And this is going to have the same campaign in it.
I don't know specifically about the campaign, but I've heard that this is a port remake of the first one with added features.
Wow.
Just rebranded Splatoon 2.
So just going back to Mario real quick.
Yeah.
And this kind of ties into the hardware. There was a picture going around online. I don't know if this is confirmed or not. But it showed like 4 people sitting next to each other, all having a Switch and all playing on their own Switch.
Yeah.
And so each of the screens was split screen.
Yeah, I'm
like
pretty
your
sure that was a
individual
mistake.
screen.
I'm pretty sure that was a mistake. Because I mean, somebody would have mentioned that at the hands-on event in New York.
If they let you play with each other.
Yeah, I mean they did. Like I watched a lot of footage from people being at the hands-on event, and nobody mentioned anything about that. So
because that's like
that would be totally egregious, like the worst thing that they could do.
Do you want screen looking or not? Yeah, that would be.
It'd be weird. So those are a couple of other games. I'm really stoked for Mario Kart. I'm really stoked for Splatoon. One of the games
I'm glad to see. Like I didn't get to Splatoon because I didn't have a Wii U. But I always looked. I was like, man, that'd be kind of fun. I'm kind of like to try that game.
The best-selling game on Wii U. Like almost 100% adoption.
Yeah, I'm excited to get a chance at it.
We tried it before it came out, and I remember just that gyroscopic, like trying to shoot each other with the Wii pad. Was super. That was like a turnoff. That was like.
I'll tell you what. You can't play the game without that. You can play the game with. So hang on. You can control the game without using the gyroscope thing, but once you start getting good at the game, you will never ever want to not use it because it is just inherently better.
Really?
Like it is just inherently better
like
for aiming and
tuner?
stuff. It's essentially turning your hands into a mouse. Like it just makes your aiming significantly better. Like hands down. Like you can ask any player. Nobody plays that game seriously without using gyroscope. It's crazy.
People play this game seriously.
So this
didn't you see the first Switch trailer?
They're all wearing the same shirts.
Yeah.
This is a good tie-in to ARMS actually.
Yeah,
because
perfect one.
Because I was really, I saw the trailer and I thought it was pretty interesting. But when
Give a brief description.
So for those that didn't see ARMS, it's a brand new IP, which is cool.
Yeah.
And all of the characters have these long, springy ass arms. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like a boxing / fighting game, but it's like long distance. So
it's like a 1v1 like long range third person combat.
So you have to kind of like throw your fist out there and predict where your opponent's going to be. And as the other guy, you have to like duck, dive, duck, dodge.
I knew that was going.
Yeah. And the majority of this is done with motion controls.
Yeah,
like this is left, this is right, like block, and that was a big turnoff to me because, I mean, I don't know if Splatoon was just aiming, but moving it with any kind of precision.
Well, have you ever tried?
It's very difficult.
Yeah, this is true. But have you ever tried the Wii Sports boxing mode?
Yeah,
like that was a ton of fun.
But that was just punching.
Yeah, I was gonna say
no, that was also
your actual
dodging.
Right, yeah. But like moving your feet. Yeah.
No, moving the feet for this game is like just holding it, like tilting it left, and then they
I think it's gonna work, or I'm hoping that it works as well as they advertise it to. You know what I mean? Because
so the point you were going towards was the controller.
Yeah.
option.
So right, I wasn't sure that. Sorry to cut you off
keep
there.
Going.
That I heard that it was the Pro controller actually does work with this game, which made me a little bit more interested in it.
So it's just you can play the game without using motion control. So I think you can use any variation, even like not the Pro controller. Probably not the halfway Joy-Con, but I mean that game looks super interesting. I think it's going to be a lot more fun than it has any right to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it would be a lot of fun at a party.
The designs are really cool. I don't know. The game looks kind of promising as even as like an esports thing, like something that you can really get competitive with because it's kind of simple.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think we can breeze past some of the more like Japanese titles that we don't really know anything about. Shin Megami Tensei, Fire Emblem, Xenoblade.
Wait, they didn't even talk about Pokemon Stars at the
they didn't.
The conference.
That's just something that's sort of in the ether right now. But the big one is Super Mario Odyssey. Like,
I mean, Sonic Adventure 2000. Mario Adventure 2006.
Conceptually, I love the idea of Super Mario Odyssey, but seeing that trailer was so jarring for me.
Yeah.
So jarring for me.
So I really okay.
We've got 5 minutes.
Relax, focus.
I liked the game. I did not like that it led with that weird, like proportionally human city.
Yeah.
I wish
It was uncomfortable.
I wish I wish it started with the other
Felt
stuff.
uncomfortable.
Showed the mechanics in the other worlds,
Yeah.
and then maybe showed off this like weird alternate like
Yeah,
human
because
world.
now it's like I don't know because they say it's like a
Okay.
hub world game
Yeah.
like 64, like Sunshine or something like that. But like, is that weird? So if you look at one
I
of
would
the
assume that's the hub world.
yeah, if you look at
Yeah.
one of the signs when you pass by, it's called New Donk
Yeah,
City.
I saw that.
Which
too.
is kind of hilarious.
But-
Yeah, I mean, I almost wish that was. I'm with you. Like that wasn't the hub world. If that was just
yeah.
a world in it, sure, like whatever. But they put such a focus on it that it's like
The one thing, if nothing else, that Nintendo has always had going for it is that it has these like crisp, like artsy, stylish characters, so they don't need the graphical power
sure, yeah.
of Xbox and PlayStation, so they can make a really good Mario and a really good Zelda and
Don't
have it
try
look
and make
nice.
realistic
Oh, definitely.
humans.
So
Yeah.
the first Mario game they show
try
us,
to
just
do
don't.
that.
they
Just
make
grow up.
They make a
Grow up.
realistic. They make a realistic game where you're put in a city with fine details.
Yeah, it totally like
That-
flies
Than
in the
this out of
face of
place
their.
Mario.
That is a
Yeah.
weird choice to make.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. I mean, like, if we're looking at games from like last gen, like Mario Kart 8, in my opinion, is still the best looking game of like last gen. It's so perfect. Like it looks exactly what it's supposed to do, and it's because the whole game exists in this cartoony,
Cartoony,
bubbly
yeah.
sort of world.
I
You
don't
know
like-
what I mean?
Yeah, I don't like changing that.
It's like if you put
That's
Link
why I think
in
it
a
was so jarring
photorealistic
for
place,
people
it would look
because
weird.
yeah, because you're taking realism and mashing it with cartoon, and it's like. You know,
Like, they could-
everything can't be
Maybe it was supposed
Who
to be
Framed
like,
Roger Rabbit.
You know,
okay?
when I
Yeah.
first saw that, like before Mario popped out of the sewers, I thought it was actually going to be Crazy Taxi. It looked kind of
It
like
did look like Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi on Dreamcast.
That's what I
a
was
good one.
thinking. Yeah,
Right? You saw the taxis. I was like, Crazy Taxi's going to be what?
maybe
No
this is
way.
it, yeah.
Same graphics.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Didn't evolve. Didn't grow up. Nintendo.
yeah.
But
So like they could have, if they wanted to do like real life humans, like they could have stylized it. I don't know why they tried to make it look so like straight on realistic, like GTA or something.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's just such a weird
The rest of it
thing.
looked good. Like
Yeah.
I thought the rest of it looked fine, but that
Yeah,
was
when-
totally
when-
agree.
Like
when you
maybe
got
it'll be okay, but it just made us all kind of like,
yeah.
oh,
Once you
what I-
left New Donk City, everything like made sense in my
Up
head.
Right?
until
Like, I
that
felt okay.
really.
oh, Mario,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Up until the when he's dancing, doing the chow dance, like literally, that's what he was doing.
You know it.
Oh man.
I'm actually.